Alright guys, so back here with a little haul video. Um uh this isn't toys, but I figure some of us like these things, but if anyone is looking for a good pocket gun, Taurus 380, that's a really good gun. Uh Sorry, it was in my pocket and I just was like, you know what? Screw it. Anyway. Um Hi kitty. Um so with all this corona stuff going on, I haven't really had a chance to do a whole lot of toy hunting. But I've picked up a few things here and there. Some from Walmart and Target, and some from eBay, and some from a buddy who uh, owns a shop who's been holding some stuff for me, and he let me go pick up some stuff. Um, so anyway, we're gonna jump in with some carded turtles. So first up, we got the rock and roll Raphael. He's unpunched. He's unpunched. Card's in pretty decent shape. Alright, you can stay up here. Then my Bebop and Rocksteady out of the way. I still haven't opened this set. This is a different set than I had. Or one of the sets I have. That's the one that's going to be open and put on display. Then, whoops, you're not going to stand, are you? So I picked up the Rock and Roll Michelangelo Rapping Mike. His card's okay. Needs a little bit of cleaning. So I got those two. And then I got Leonardo, which he probably won't stand. Oh, yeah, he does. His card's probably the worst of them. It's cracked up here at the top. Pretty bad. But it was still on card. So, and then picked up Donatello, Punker Don. He's also unpunched. His cards isn't the best of shape, but all in all, I got a good deal on him. What did he have on these originally? 25, 35. So he originally had 130 bucks on all of them, and he gave them to me all of them for 100, which I didn't think was a bad deal. A year ago you could have picked that set up for 75 bucks or less couple years ago. Alright, just hop up here if you want up here. Oh, don't jump. Claws, dude. Alright, fine, you can be on my lap. I don't know what this cat's deal is. He used to never want to sit on my lap, and now he can't leave me alone. This is some stuff that I picked up for a project I'm going to be working on, so it's probably not going to be much of a hint, but if you can remember a toy that one of the accessories came with about a 3-inch piece of yellow string, that might give you an idea. So take your guess on what I'm going to be working on in the comments. And then I picked up these. This is actually going to go to the same project. So that actually might throw you off a little bit, but you'll see why I need those for it eventually. Next up, I picked up this Gundam figure. They were on clearance at Walmart for 13 bucks. So I picked this one up. And I picked this one up. Probably going to open them and just see how cool they are. I always think these are cool designs. Even though I've never watched the show. I take that back. I'll probably watch an episode or two. I like to stand. Alright, so next up, I picked up one of these little Raphael vehicles. And also Picked up the Leonardo. And the Michelangelo. Couldn't find Shredder or Donatello. Someone's hoarding them. If anyone runs across an extra party wagon and doesn't feel like ripping somebody off or gouging somebody, I will gladly pay for it. A little bit extra. I just don't want to pay scalper prices for a 94-cent vehicle. But if anyone does run across it, man, you guys really be helping me out if I could find one. I'd really appreciate it. Alright, so a couple eBay purchases I made here. I picked up Cowboys of Moo Mesa. This is Sheriff Terrible. And then I picked up this guy, and he came with his gun and his sword. And I cannot remember what his name is. I haven't looked those guys up in a while. Those are the last two I needed to complete my set. And then I picked up all the weapons I needed for Toxic Crusaders headbangers. The one that's got the two heads. I think that's what they were called. Got all their weapons. So that's, I want to say 3 complete out of the set now. I got Toxie and Bonehead. They're both complete too, so I'm still on the lookout for those weapons. Next up, I did find a 3 3/4 inch Black Series Mandalorian. I guess, is this the Black Series? The miniature ones? The Vintage Collection, that's what it is. I don't buy a whole lot of these smaller figures anymore, but, you know, it's a Mandalorian, so I kind of really wanted it. Hoping one day they make his ship, but his ship wasn't really that cool, so who knows. Alright, before I get into this next stuff, one of my favorite things this haul was the guy I bought the turtles from, threw in this, and I haven't had one of these in a while. This is the Turtles fan club flyer that comes with the original release of the Turtles. I put it in this little case here until I can find a better case for it, but it'll probably stay in this for a while. I actually had to remove a very old Magneto hologram card so I could put this in here. So, yeah, I'm really happy to have that. I had 3 of the 4 Ninja Turtles that had fan club flyers, and then once they started skyrocketing, I really wanted to add more to my Ninja Turtle collection. So I sold those and just bought 10 back Ninja Turtles and had quite a bit of money left over. I figured if people were really willing to pay that much money just for that little piece of paper in there, you know, I may not be a turtle collector or whatever, but at the time, I was basically selling everything I owned, trying to get my hands on more Ninja Turtles. So there was other Ninja Turtles that I wanted more. So I was like, if I get at least 10 backs, I'm fine with that. I don't care about the flyer as much. You know, it was just, in hindsight, I kind of regret getting rid of them. But I made so much money or not so much money, but I made enough money that I was able to get a lot of figures at the time that I really wanted. I was really stupid whenever I first started getting back into collecting, because I was solely focused on Ninja Turtles. And I sold my entire collection of Thundercats, my entire collection of He-Man, and really regret doing that, because I had, especially He-Man, I had some really, really good figures. Probably the one I miss most is my carded, and even the loose Mosquitor. I really miss having that figure. The only problem is now that whenever I've sold something off, I have a really hard time trying to buy it back. Like, I've already had them. So it's like, I don't want to go through all the hassle of chasing them again. I don't know. One day, I'm sure once I get my Ninja Turtle collection complete, I'll want to go and get Thundercats and He-Man back. But to be honest, I don't even know where I put them. I'm running out of room, which you guys will see here in just a little bit. We will be doing an update video on my collection, at least walking you through kind of like my plans for the collection. So these next couple things are going to be a little too large for the little turntable. all situated here. So I got this G.I. Joe Locust. He does have, what's his name? Wild Bill. Oh, it is still Wild Bill. Okay. I didn't think it was Wild Bill anymore. I thought it was a different name, but I guess it is. Even though that doesn't have his name on the side of it like I thought. And it does rotate. I'm not going to, you push this little button here and it rotates. It's got all the missiles, the little guns. I don't think that rear thing does anything. Yeah, so I got that. I like helicopters and planes from G.I. Joe. I really like the vehicles more than I like the figures, which is weird, I'm sure. Then I got the box for it. Which, the empty boxes, I think I'm going to get ready to pull out of my collection. Actually, just out of the room, not actually out of the collection. Just, I'm running out of room, so keeping empty boxes in here is kind of silly. Then I picked up Scavenger. So, I'm not sure how many more I need to complete Devastator. I know I've got quite a bit of, I think I've got all of them so far that have come out. So, eventually I might have to pull out my collection and just see how many I have left. I don't know if there was another leader class released yet, or so far. So, I've got to look into that and see if there's a leader class that I still need to buy. I don't know where a good spot for you is. Let's go over here. So next up, I guess you're staying. You don't want to leave my lap. So I picked up this egg cracking Leonardo. It has been opened and taken out, but he's been put back in with all the accessories. So I'm going to go through and see if maybe I can get him to look like he's still carded. At least so it looks better on display. And then I picked up Donatello. And Raphael. So I need to still find Michelangelo. That knocks 3 off my list, and they're in box. So I don't know how I'm gonna really. It would have been harder to. I don't know. It was just too good of a deal to pass up in box. Typically, I would have wanted to find these. Excuse me, these loose, but they normally go in box. I've seen one person scored a hell of a deal at 70, but it seems like they typically go for 60 to $100, usually closer to 100 shipped. And I got all 3 of them shipped to me for 60, so I didn't think $20 a piece was too bad of a deal. Because that's probably what I would have had to have paid for them loose. Probably actually more than that. So the last thing I got, probably one of my more favorite things, is not G.I. Joe, or, well, it kind of gave it away. It's not Ninja Turtle related. That is this G.I. Joe Classified Series Snake Eyes. And first of all, look at the packaging on this. So you got a slip cover. Let me turn around here. So you got a slip cover with a hard case on it. Let's see if we can do this here. Let's slide this back. And alright, let me see if I can wiggle this loose here without hurting it. Alright. And then when you open it, you've got this little poster here. Pretty freaking cool. And then this is what you have inside. So you've got a spear up here, 2 axes, 2 sais, a sword, 2 commas, and looks like maybe another sword. I can't tell. Yeah, another sword. And then you got his weapons rack. And then you've got Snake Eyes over here with another sword. Looks like a dagger, a hand, a sheath, a backpack, machine gun, a pistol, silencer. I don't like that he's got all this gray down here. I'm hoping we get a all black version of this. But man, this thing is freaking cool. You couldn't have asked for a better figure. The only problem is how do you display it? I have no idea. My thought is that I'm gonna get an acrylic case or maybe a framed box, like a shadow box, and put this in there. Kind of how it's sitting like this. You can't fit in that bag, cat. So anyway, I'm going to put this away, and then we're going to take a tour around the collection, kind of do an update on it, tell you what I'm working on. Be right back. All right. In 1 second here. I knew that was going to happen. Oh, I forgot about this guy because he fell off the table earlier. I also picked up that guy earlier as well. Just a bath bubble thing. No actual stuff in it, but alright. Sorry, I'm just setting up to get my little picture here for everything. Alright. Let me pull you off here, this tripod here.